So after I watched EDP yesterday, and I'll try to get back on the non secular. I don't really want to consume too much of this stuff. It's important that I stay on track with things because just after watching that, it just reminded me how much people suck. Excuse my language, but people do suck. Now, no, I don't condone what EDP did, but the fact that he lost everything, everybody dissociated themselves with him after that one mistake. That there shows you that only God has loyalty to you, not people. But then I wanted to see what this whole so last year around this time, or like, yeah, September to be exact, it was this rapper. I remember it was a rapper that had a car he owned, and there was a dead body inside. And then a few days later, the dead body had a girl in the car who was underage. And that's all I remember. And they kept using that story like it was a trailer for like a movie. Like the trailer came out in September, and the movie wasn't going to come out until like May of next year. And that's kind of how this case was. Like, the trailer for the case was the body being discovered. This was September, and they arrested this rapper named David. I kept pronouncing it D4vd. That's how I thought it was pronounced, but it's David. I never heard of this guy before. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know what Fortnite is. I don't play video games. I'm not on TikTok, Instagram. I thought he was like some kind of live streamer too, but he's like some kind of rapper. Long story short, because I watched the Law and Crime, that channel on YouTube, and this is gonna be great with the field that I'm going in. The classes that I take, they're just preparing me to transfer over to like a university. But the girl was, so she was born in 2010. She died when she was 14. So she would have been 15. So 2010, she would have been 15 that year, and he was 5 years older. But they met when she was 12. So 2023, they met when she was 12, and he was 16. So she was like 13, he was like 16. And yeah, they're 5 years apart. Let me just say this, because as much as y'all don't want to hear this, David is still a child to me. Yes, I still consider the fact that I'm 31. Yeah, I consider a 21-year-old a child. And so was his the girl Celeste Hernandez. She definitely was a child when she died. She was 15. I don't condone what he did one bit. Don't condone that. But this is what I have a problem with. This is a few things I want to just call out with this. For one, I blame the parents. Now, I was in a situation like this before, but I never had any malicious intent on hurting anybody. But what is a 15, what is a 20-year-old or 19-year-old, 18-year-old, however old he was, when because he had to be 18, right? When she was So when she was 13, he was 18. Why did they allow her and him? Why did she stayed with him in London? Why did they allow their underage daughter to hang with a grown man Like not a grown man like me, but an 18-year-old. Why would they allow that, for one? Two, why don't parents teach? I'm not a girl, but why don't parents teach their daughters the dangers of hanging around men? Because it comes off to me that a lot of these females that are taken advantage of, and they are taken advantage of, I'm not denying that, but they're taken advantage of by older men, because they don't care anything about you once you get older. They're just trying to fulfill their disgusting pleasures. But why don't the parents teach their daughters, don't don't hang around a guy that's twice your age, that's older than you. They're just trying to, get whatever they can get out of you, and they're going to kick you to the side. They don't care anything about you. Men don't care about women. They don't care about women's feelings. Men don't care about women's emotions. They only care about one thing, and that's what you have to offer them sexually. My only problem is, here's another thing they should have taught. Like I said, if he did what he did, I'm not defending that. But there are consequences to the things you do. It appears as if she was going to expose their relationship. She was going to expose their relationship, where he could have potentially went to prison. Now, the thing about that is, no, a 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, and this is what a lot of men don't understand, a lot of pedophiles don't understand, if that's what you want to call it. You can't make that kind of decision because you are not developed yet to deal with someone older than you. I've never had the attention of anybody younger than me, and I don't want to. You know why I don't want to? Because I don't want them experiencing life how I do, because I've been taken advantage of before in a lot of ways. But they can't understand their decisions. They have not developed yet. That's why it's taking advantage of them. It's like somebody taking advantage of you. It's like you being in a wheelchair. You can't walk anymore, and they put a broom between the wheels, and they let you just soil yourself inside your room. If you're like in a nursing home, that's probably happened before. But they just let you just sit there in your own stench. That is taking advantage of somebody. That's mistreating people. I'm sorry, I'm about to end this video, but the fact that she was going to go to the police, well, she should have went to the police if that's what she was going to do. Yeah, she was going to go to the police, but I feel like what they should have did too, she should have got with her family. She should have got somewhere safe and then reported it, because there are responses to the things that you do. And this is the response when you do things like she didn't know what she was getting herself into. She was 12. He was an adult. He was significantly older than her. But how do I say this? Whoever has daughters, they have to teach their daughters to leave men alone. Date men your own age. Stop messing with men that are 20, 21, and you're like 15. Stop doing that. Because one thing I understand as a man, there are consequences to the things that I do. And unfortunately, the fact that she was going to expose this and he felt like his career was going to get messed up and he was going to go to jail, his response was, oh, my life is messed up now. I guess I got to take her out. I just felt like maybe she could have went a different way about it. I'm going to do another part of this.